This is CarPodChats, a behind-the-scenes podcast revealing the raw hustle, highs, and heartbreaks of life in the car business. Welcome to CarPodChats, the only podcast that parks you right behind the desk, in the hot seat, and behind the wheel of what it really means to sell cars for a living. No filters, no sugarcoating, just real talk from the front lines of the auto world. I'm Dan Malavé, and before we get into the fast lanes and finance sheets, I want to take you on a different kind of test drive, one that doesn't happen on the road, but in your head. See, everyone talks about the cars, the sales, the numbers, but nobody talks about what happens in those first 10 minutes of the day when you're on the lot waiting, hoping for the first up. I want to tell you about the moment before the deal, the space where doubt creeps in and you ask yourself, do I have what it takes today? So start out with the first segment, the morning fog. The car business doesn't start with coffee. It starts with anxiety. You walk in at 8:25, the lights are flickering on. There's a nervous kind of buzz. Managers are in their offices pretending to be busy, but we all know we're checking the lot traffic. We're doing our walkarounds, seeing what was sold, what is still in inventory, what trades they took in, and just trying to be prepared. Check your CRM. Stale leads, yesterday's maybe callbacks, TO that didn't close. So you're kind of analyzing the previous day. As you analyze your month, you're already 4 cars behind your month-to-date goal. And then you get the whisper from a vet in the floor. It's going to be a ghost town today. Boom. Just like that, you're already losing the day. It's not even a 9 a.m., but then a walk-in. It's showtime. Because that's how it is. You got to turn it on. You can't go by what happened the day before or what just happened prior to the opportunity coming in. You got to be ready to just turn it on like that. So the test drive was never about the car. We talk a lot about test drives, but let me tell you something. The real test isn't for the customer. It's for you. Can you connect without pushing? Can you listen without jumping in? Can you read the couple that's silently arguing about monthly payments? The car is moving, but the trust, that's the part you're driving. And when she says, we're just looking, what you hear is, convince me I'm not wasting my time. And as we move on, the truth about the desk. Let me pull back the curtain for anyone outside the business. Let me check with my manager isn't a stall tactic, it's a ritual. And behind the desk, there's tension, strategy, poker faces. Every time you walk back to that tower, you're not just selling a deal, you're selling yourself, your ability to close, your read of the customer, your value to the dealership. I've had managers bet against me, and I've had managers push me further than I thought I could go. But every time you walk back out there with numbers, you're walking out there with more than just a price. You're walking out with pressure. Now, you might be thinking, oh my gosh, all that pressure. Why do we stay? So why do we do it? Because when it hits, when you close that deal, when that handshake is real and the car pulls away and you see that customer's face lit up, it's like nothing else. This business breaks you down and builds you up in the same hour. It's not just about selling cars. It's about grit, confidence, rejection, recovery, learning to dance between being pushy and being powerful. This podcast isn't about glorifying the hustle. It's about understanding it. If you're listening and you've ever stood under that awning during the rainstorm, waiting for your up, if you've ever had to smile through a slow Saturday, if you've ever closed a deal with a knot in your stomach, but fire in your heart, then CarPodChats is your home. This was episode number 1, the test drive nobody talks about. I'm Dan Malavé, and next week we're breaking down the TO game, when to pass the baton and when to run with it. You won't want to miss that. Send us your stories and comments. We're on X at CarPodChats, on Instagram, CarPodChats, and you can email us carpodchats@gmail.com. Until then, stay sharp, stay ethical, and always sell it like you mean it. Until next time, signing out.